South Carolina, and your Alaska Goldpanners. At this time, let's meet the starters for the Kingsman Baseball Academy. Batting first, shortstop number 2, Josh Jackson. Batting second baseman number 4, Evan Haverlick. Batting third, designated hitter number 20, Alan Benhart. Batting fourth, right fielder number 17, Ethan Bonacore. Batting fifth, third baseman number 5, Perry Dyer. Batting sixth, center fielder number 23, Vince Santo Stefano. Batting seventh, left fielder number 22, Cole Canty. Batting eighth, first baseman number 27, Davis Anders. Batting ninth, catcher number 28, Mason Salisbury. Starting on the mound for the Kingsman Baseball Academy, number 26, Dalton Brisbane. The Kingsman Baseball Academy is led by Joe Hudak.
North to Alaska, go north for Russia's home.
Now let's meet the starters for your Alaska Goldpanners. Batting first, number 16, third baseman, Vince Mendolo. Batting second, number 10, second baseman, Sloan Barrett. Batting third, number 38, designated hitter, Ian Armstrong. Batting fourth, number 7, left fielder, Evan Robecki. Batting fifth, number 4, shortstop, Luke Field. Batting sixth, number 33, catcher, Efron Ortega. Batting seventh, number 5, right fielder, Hunter Friedberg. Batting eighth, number 11, first baseman, Alex Garcia. Batting ninth, number 6, center fielder, Izzy Diaz. And starting on the mound for your Panners, Addison Walker. The coaches, Vince Payne, Dave Dawson, Matthew Gonzalez, and Andrew Trotman, all those men led by your manager, Carlos Gonzalez. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats in honor of America with the singing of our national anthem. Singing tonight is the development director of the United Way of the Tanana Valley, Katie Yarrow.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
At this time of weekend, direct your attention to the pitchers bound for tonight's opening pitch. The opening pitch will be thrown by Trish and Lily from the United Ways partner agency, Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Alaska. Trish and Lily have been matched for almost a year in Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Alaska's mentoring program. They enjoy all kinds of adventures together and are looking forward to having fun this summer. Lily, who is 7, is excited to get to throw out the first pitch. She doesn't have a lot of experience pitching, but she dumped a trooper at the fair and has been practicing. It takes little to be a big. Big Brothers, Big Sisters always looking for more volunteers, mentors, especially male volunteers, because they have a long list of boys who need an adult male role model in their life. Ladies and gentlemen, Trish and Lily.
What a pitch! And with that, we are off and running. It's time for Game 2 of our season opening series. Goldpanners hosting the Kingsman Baseball Academy out of South Carolina. Welcome to Fairbanks, Alaska, everyone. Garrow Von Dane with you live here in the press box high above Growden Memorial Park. Good one last night, a long one, a 3.5-hour marathon. And the Goldpanners squeaking by a 9-8 final. Not a thing of beauty necessarily, as teams shaking off some rust to open up summer ball. The Goldpanners come out with a 9-8 win. It's the 65th season of Goldpanner baseball. Can you believe it? Believe it or not, I was not around for all 65 years. Goldpanners and Kingsmen, Game 2 of 3 here tonight on a cool, moist evening. It's been breezy, and the Goldpanners are on the field as the Kingsmen will bat first. Here at the 7 o'clock start. Kingsmen arriving late to the field, so perhaps starting this game a couple of minutes late as everyone had to get caught up with lineups and introductions and all those sorts of things, but we are ready to go. Bam Bam Burnley's on the cameras. Our head engineer is Chris Carlson. Raleigh Johnson on public address. And the Goldpanners and Kingsmen ready to go. Fairbanks, Alaska on a cool night. Everyone's dressed a little more appropriately tonight after it was beautiful to start last night, and then it got cold, and then the wind blew straight in, and it was a rough finish to that one in terms of weather, chasing most of the fans out of the building. And before that game ended, a huge crowd too, which was a shame about all that. But a couple more days of inclement weather, and then it's looks like it's going to get real nice here in Fairbanks, at least for the next series. Against the San Diego Waves. Looking forward to welcoming the Waves. But first things first, on the mound for the Goldpanners is Addison Walker. Addison Walker making his first start for Fairbanks, and the right-hander out of Incarnate Word gets a swing and a miss from Josh Jackson leading things off for Kingsmen. Josh Jackson, he's shortstop wearing number 2, back in the leadoff spot, second consecutive game. And the right-hander Addison Walker, 6'5", working from the middle of the rubber. Deals a pitch up high, it's 1-1. After Jackson will be Evan Haverluck, then Alan Benhart will be the designated hitter. Ethan Bonacore is in the cleanup spot. Perry Dyer, third baseman, batting 5th. Vince Santostefano batting 6th. Cole Canty in the 7th spot. Davis Anders 8th. And Mason Salisbury is 9th. On the mound tonight for Kingsmen will be Dalton Brisbano. And a 2-ball, 1-strike pitch coming to Jackson. The right-hander sets and delivers, and it's a pitch up high. A cool evening with a slight breeze right now. Well, that's okay. We'll take that. And the right-hander's 3-1 delivery. Misses for ball 4, so a leadoff walk to open up the ball game. And so the leadoff man aboard for Kingsmen. Evan Haverluck will be the batter, and Addison Walker will try to strand a leadoff runner. Goldpanners took a 4-0 lead last night and never trailed, although Kingsman showing a lot of fight last night, battling back multiple times. Almost got the equalizer late. The Goldpanners hung on. Andrew Banda getting the save going the final inning in a third to shut the door on Kingsman. Runner takes off and the ball off catcher Ortega's mitt. And so stolen base for the speedy Josh Jackson, and he's into scoring position with nobody out, and a 1-1 count on Evan Haverluck. Haverluck out of Limestone in South Carolina. Good friend of mine's daughter just finished up her lacrosse career at Limestone. That's the only reason I know of that school. Alan Benhart, designated hitter to follow. We'll go around the Goldpanner defense here after this pitch. The 1-2 is up high. Catching for Addison Walker is Efren Ortega. Alex Garcia at first base. Sloan Barrett second. Luke Thiel, the shortstop. Vincent Venverlo getting the start at third base. Evan Robecki in left. Izzy Diaz in center. Hunter Friedberg in right. That's the same outfield as yesterday. Catchers flipping spots. Runner takes off for third. Throw. Almost. But the runner is safe. So a couple of stolen bases for Jackson. So after the walk, he's all the way over to third. But the strikeout of Haverluck means there is now one out. Brings up Alan Benhart, the designated hitter.
At the plate, designated hitter number 20, Alan Benhart.
Out of Winthrop. Benhart has a chance to bring in the first run of the game and give the Kingsmen their first lead of the weekend. We'll wrap this series up tomorrow with a 2 p.m. matinee. It's supposed to be cool and perhaps rainy tomorrow afternoon. 2 balls and no strikes on Benhart. Always takes these pitchers a little while to get used to a new field and shake off the rust from not having played for a little while, some not having played all year, at least game action. Including Addison Walker, who's a redshirt freshman out of Mission Viejo, California. Good start last night for Owen Dunn, going 5 innings, giving up 2 runs for the win. 5 strikeouts, just 1 walk. 3-0 here on Benhart. And it's the ball 4 pitch is off the glove of catcher Ortega, and Jackson jogs in to score. On a ball 4 passed ball. And the Kingsmen have a 1-0 lead, their first lead of the series. Josh Jackson doing it all. Benhart draws the 4-pitch walk, and that brings up Ethan Bonacore in the cleanup spot. 1 out, top of the first inning here in Fairbanks, Growden Memorial Park. Garo Von Dane live. And get in on the YouTube chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Met Kinley last night. She's taking care of our social media end of things, taking pictures, putting stuff on the Instagram page, Facebook. Base hit to left for Bonacore. First and second now with 1 out, and it's 1-0 Kingsmen. Brings up Perry Dyer. Kingsmen third baseman. Dyer, another Limestone product from Fountain Inn, South Carolina. 1-0 Kingsmen. A hit, couple of walks, some stolen bases. Last night the Panners battered around in the first inning. Really a lot of pitching problems for Kingsmen last night. Kingsmen pitchers dealt 11 walks and hit 4 batters. Throw to first, runner back safely. It's 0-2 on Dyer. Goldpanners had 25 base runners last night. 25 base runners, 15 free passes, and the Kingsmen still almost won that game. Here's the 0-2. Right there for strike 3. Dyer can't believe it, but he goes down looking. Brings up Vince Santostefano.
Coming to the plate, center fielder number 23, Vince Santostefano.
Kingsmen Baseball Academy out of South Carolina. 5 players with multi-hit games yesterday for Kingsmen. So if they can clean up their pitching a little bit tonight, look out. Goldpanners going to have a game on their hands. Turf infield, natural grass outfield, brand new fence in the outfield with the Alaska flag painted on it. I ran into an old friend, Tim Estison, here tonight, making his first appearance here at the ballpark in about 20 years. Tim used to take care of this field, lived here at the ballpark year-round, and painted the Alaska flag, which has now just been painted over a couple of days ago, refreshed. New wood was put up. And he is marveling at all the changes here to this field since he was last here. Good to see my buddy Tim. Here's the 2-1. 3-1. Two aboard, 2 down. Walker trying to put an end to this long top of the first, and it's ball 4.
Stepping to the plate, left fielder number 22, Cole Canty.
And now Cole Canty, the 7th batter of the inning. He can break this game wide open here in the first inning. There are 2 down. Walker starts with a ball high. Cole Canty, 6'4", right-handed hitter from the Citadel. Almost hit him. Canty's somehow able to twist out of the way of that pitch. It was an off-speed pitch, so he had a little more time than had it been a fastball. And a little trouble here for Walker, 2-0. Inside again, 3-0. Snap throw to first, they've got him! Unbelievable mistake by Kingsmen. Picked off of first base was Santostefano with the bases loaded and a hitter's count. Oh my. Goldpanners dodge a bullet. But Kingsmen takes a 1-0 lead. Goldpanners coming to bat.
number 16, third baseman, Vince Van Verlo.
Vince Van Verlo leading off for the Goldpanners as we go to the bottom of the first. Goldpanners trailing 1-0. Kingsmen pick up a run, but run themselves out of what could have been perhaps a huge inning, with Sanastefano getting picked off at first with the bases loaded and a 2-0 count on the hitter Canty. And a huge out number 3. And now Goldpanners go to work offensively. Van Verlo and then Sloan Barrett, followed by Ian Armstrong, designated hitter. Evan Rolbecki in the cleanup spot. Luke Thiel batting 5th. Efren Ortega catching and batting 6th. And it's ball 4 to Van Verlo.
Coming to the plate, number 10, second baseman, Sloan.
That'll bring up Sloan Barrett. So bottom 3 in the Goldpanner batting order: Hunter Friedberg, Alex Garcia, and Izzy Diaz. Garrow Von Dane live here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Goldpanners baseball on PannerVision. Live Goldpanner games on the web beginning way back in summer of 2000.
Daddy, look.
First pitch from Brisbano. Dalton Brisbano, the start for Kingsmen. 6-foot left-hander out of the College of Charleston. Somerville, South Carolina native.
Daddy,
Starts with the ball and no strikes on Sloan
what
Barrett.
strike and what ball is on here?
Ball, strike.
But how much ball?
1-1.
How much ball is on here? 0? 0, Daddy?
And a left-hander misses 2 balls and 1 strike now. Sloan Barrett, sophomore from Grayson College out of Harrison, Arizona. Barrett takes up high, 3 balls and 1 strike.
3 balls right here. 3.
1-0 Kingsmen, a run on 1 base hit.
Daddy, 3 balls.
There were also 3 walks in the inning. And it's ball 4, so back-to-back walks. Van Verlo walked on 4 pitches, Barrett on 5.
Now batting number 38, designated hitter.
So runners at first and second now for the Goldpanners. Nobody out, and Ian Armstrong. So Kingsmen looking to get the pitcher to throw more strikes tonight, and so far it's early. Tough start for Dalton Brisbano as he walks the first 2 batters of the game. Brings up Ian Armstrong, designated hitter. Was catcher yesterday. Switches places with Efren Ortega today. Ian Armstrong, freshman from St. Mary's. California native, 6'1" right-handed hitter. With Van Verlo at second, Barrett at first base. And still looking for that strike zone. He has thrown 10 balls and 1 strike so far. And now time is called and a visit to the mound. We'll slow things down momentarily and we'll remind you that Game 3 of this series is tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then some off days before the San Diego Waves come to town. Our old buddy Mike Studer and the Waves come here just about every year. And as Mike Studer grew up here in Fairbanks, still of course has family and many ties here and loves to bring his Waves to town and but Mike Studer loves nothing more than beating the Goldpanners. So always a good competitive series with another storied program in the San Diego Waves. Goldpanners, none more storied than this Fairbanks institution. 6 national championships, over 200 major leaguers, some Hall of Famers. Who will make the big leagues from this team? Conference comes to an end, and Armstrong stands back in with a 2-ball, no strike count. 2 on, nobody out. Panners trailing 1-zip here, bottom of the first. Left-hander. Line to right, but right at the right fielder, Bonacore, who tries to double off the runner at first, but getting back safely as Barrett. Hard hit ball, but the right fielder Bonacore right there to make the play. Bonacore with some good plays yesterday, including a running catch in deep right over his right shoulder. It also, just a sensational play. Vince Santostefano in center, running out towards the center field fence, making an amazing catch. I mean, that's a really tough catch in this ballpark. Here's Evan Robecki, Goldpanner left fielder, with 2 on and now 1 out. Takes a pitch down low. 1-0 on Robecki. Junior from Hawaii. Couple of Hawaii players on the roster as that one's popped out of play. Also Izzy Diaz.
The ball brought by the PannerVision Health Partners.
Vanverlo at second, Barrett at first base. Both walked. Armstrong lined out to right. And now Robecki with a 2-ball, 1 strike count takes inside 3-1. We were expecting on and off rain throughout the day, but really didn't get a whole lot, which is nice. Off the fists, roller towards second, bobble dropped, recovered, throw to first is in time. So they get the out at first, but not by much, as Haverluck had some problems with that one before finally making the play. Robecki out on a 4-3 putout. Both runners advance, so second and third now with 2 down for Luke Thiel. So Thiel will stand in, Goldpanner shortstop. Holy, safe is the call. Did they say that he bobbled the ball there?
They're having a discussion.
I mean, it looked like the ball beat the runner. I had looked down to my score sheet, so I didn't see the umpire's reactions after I thought I saw him make the out call. Now an argument ensues as Joe Hudak is very displeased. Field manager for Kingsman, and now he returns to the dugout. So instead of a 4-3 ground out, that's going to be an error on the second baseman. And so the bases are now loaded with 1 out. So instead of second and third 2 down, it's bases loaded and 1 out. Luke Thiel. Thiel with the bases stacked. Lines one foul out of play. Washington State redshirt junior, one of the veterans on this team. Washington State, of course, former members of the Pac-10, Pac-12. And no longer. And the 2-1 delivery. Gold on every base. It's down low, 3-1. Well, we had a long game last night. We might be headed for another long one tonight. At least the way this one started. Here's the 3-1. Lined up the middle and through. Field drives in one. Venverlo scores. Barrett held at third base. And the Goldpanners have tied the game on Luke Thiel's RBI single. First hit of the game for Fairbanks. It brings in Venverlo. And the base is still loaded. One out for Efren Ortega. Goldpanner catcher was the DH yesterday. Freshman from Long Beach State. And he grounds this one towards second. Another chance here. And a throw to second for one. And wow, 4-6-3 double play gets the job done. Goldpanners pick up one and tie this game. We're headed to the second. 1-1 here at Fairbanks.
Top of the second, left fielder number 22, Cole Canty.
Back here at Growden Memorial Park, Arrow Von Dane with you live as we go to the second inning. In the first pitch of the inning, Cole Canty grounds one to short. 6-3 put out. Thiel to Garcia. Brings up Davis Anders. 1-1 game here. I promised you the Goldpanner defense, and then things happened, so I'd never got to it. But catching for Addison Walker is Efren Ortega. Alex Garcia at first. Sloan Barrett at second. No, I did go through these. Luke Thiel, Vince Venderlo at third. But why not? Let's do it again for all of you tuned in late. Outfield, same as yesterday. Evan Rolbecki in left. Izzy Diaz in center. Hunter Friedberg is in right. 0-1 on Davis Anders. Kingsman getting a run in the first inning on a ball 4 pass ball. Runner came in from third after walking, stealing second and stealing third. That was Josh Jackson. And now Anders the batter. Softly off the end of the bat, swinging bunt fielded by the catcher Ortega. Throws on the money to first. Play goes 2-3. There were very few 1-2-3 innings last night.
Number 28, Mason Salisbury.
Goldpanners have the possibility of having a 1-2-3 inning here. Kingsmen last night were only retired in order once in the game, and that happened to be the second inning.
How do I do this last part?
Here's Mason Salisbury in the 9th spot. Kingsmen catcher.
Daddy?
The 1-ball, no strike count and 2 down. Fouls that one back just below us.
Now that ball brought to you by Speedy Glass.
The 1-1 from Addison Walker. Just high 2-1. Cloudy, overcast evening, but just a slight breeze. Not too cold right now. Feels pretty good. Just enough breeze to keep the mosquitoes at bay. (3-1) to Salisbury in the 9th spot. Base is empty, 2 down. The right-hander's 3-1 pitch. Misses for ball 4. You know, these first 2 days of the season running into all the old friends here from Fairbanks, and also the longest
Josh Jackson.
continuous member of the Goldpanners organization before today's game, trainer Jim Kimball. Jim goes back to the 90s. He's done a marvelous job as the athletic trainer for the Goldpanners for all these years. General manager is John Lorkey. Well, Jim Kimball's seen a few different GMs in his time. Josh Jackson at the top of the order walked, stole a couple of bases, and then scored on a ball 4 pitch that was off catcher's glove. In the 2-0. Down and away 3-0. So Addison Walker quickly got the first 2 outs of the inning, but now control problems again. He walked 3 in the first inning. And a 4-pitch walk for Josh Jackson. And Goldpanners, you know, have decisions because right now don't have very many pitchers until that next series with the Waves. So they can't just go to the pen anytime something happens like you might expect. And so head coach Carlos Gonzalez really
At the plate, second
hoping
baseman,
Addison Walker can
Kevin Hammerlock.
find his comfort zone. Swing and a miss. Starts with a strike on Haverluck. Haverluck struck out swinging back in the first inning. In that first inning, Kingsman had a run in, had the bases loaded, and 2 outs, and a 2-0 count on Cole Canty. And Vince Santostefano was picked off at first base. The final out of the inning. Ball and 2 strikes now on Haverluck as Walker can dance out of some more trouble here if he can get this final out. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. K's Haverluck for the second time in the game. 1-1 after 1.5.
Freeburg.
Great to have you with us in Fairbanks, Alaska. Garo Von Dane live here. Goldpanners baseball on PannerVision. Panners and Kingsmen. Continuing this season opening 3-game series. Panners take game 1 9-8 last night. Hunter Friedberg leading off. Starts with a ball and a strike on Dalton Brisbano. Someone on the YouTube chat asking if I can post a Goldpanner roster. I did so yesterday on my Twitter page, so if you go to my Twitter page, @VoiceOfGman, you should see that Panner roster I posted yesterday. I also like to post the PannerVision link before each game. As soon as we have it, I put it up on there. If that's an easier way for you to find it. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on Friedberg. Friedberg, Garcia, and Diaz do up 7, 8, and 9 spots in the Goldpanner batting order. And he takes outside 3 balls and 2 strikes against Brisbano. Brisbano walked a couple in the first inning. Addison Walker has walked 5 in his first 2 innings of work. This one is hit high and deep to right center field, but on the run is Santostefano. Makes the catch. Friedberg is out number 1, brings up
Coming to the plate, number
Alex
11,
Garcia,
Alex
Goldpanner first
Garcia.
baseman, multi-year Goldpanner from North Pole, Alaska. Started his collegiate career at Butte. Butte's head coach Anthony Farrow was the Goldpanner head coach a few summers back and recruited Alex Garcia to Butte. After Alex played some here for the Goldpanners. And then moved over to Kansas Wesleyan. 3-quarter swing for strike 2. Garcia, the bases loaded 2-run double last night in the first inning. The 0-2 is up high for a ball. Happy Boy making his first appearance of the summer last night at the 7th inning stretch.
Is that Happy Boy?
He'll be ready to go again tonight in the 7th inning. And he might have some company tonight. Never know what's going to happen with old Happy Boy. And the 2-2 is up high for ball 3. Brisbano trying to keep the speedy Garcia off the base paths. 1 down, nobody on. 1-1 game, bottom of the 2nd. Garcia hits this one high to right. Twisting back and making the catch is Bonacore. Couple of fly ball outs, brings up Izzy Diaz. Diaz in the 9th spot. Goldpanner is center fielder from Hawaii. Diaz trying to give the Goldpanners a 2-out base runner and fouls this one right over our heads here in the press box.
Why did it go right on?
Now foul ball brought to you by Advanced Family Dentistry.
And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Kingsman, for reasons unknown to us, the bus pulled in about 17 minutes before first pitch. Tonight is United Way night at the ballpark. Good folks of United Way down at the ticket gate with some goodies for everyone. A lot of sponsors on the list as I peruse the sponsorship schedule for this summer. Tomorrow is Explore Fairbanks Day. Let's see, Hockey Night is coming up later this month. Ground ball, great stop by Haverluck, who turns and throws in time to first. What a play. Kingsman's second baseman, Evan Haverluck. That's it for the Goldpanners. They go down 1-2-3. Here in the 2nd, we got a 1-1 game through 2.
Benhart.
Great to have you with us live from Fairbanks, Alaska, Growden Memorial Park, home of the Goldpanners since 1961. Panners were born in 1960, so this is the 65th season of Panner ball. One season the Panners did not play, the pandemic year. Can't believe that started a little over 5 years ago. Ball and no strikes. Fouled back off the wall, off the bat of Alan Benhart. Benhart, Bonnecore, and Dyer do up 3, 4, and 5 spots in the Kingsman batting order. It was a crazy time. I remember doing a broadcast for Robert Morris University in Pittsburgh, and I was doing a game there in February or March. I think it was February. And we heard a bat goes flying into the Kingsmen dugout. Look out. Benhart will go find his bat. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I remember hearing that Johns Hopkins lacrosse had officially canceled the rest of their season. We'd been hearing the stuff about the pandemic, of course, on the news and this and that, and then Johns Hopkins said, we're shutting it down for the year, and we sat there going, huh. And we did not play another game after that. It was over within a couple days. And we all went into that unknown period, and now here we are on the other side. For the most part. As much as we're going to be. It's going to be like a line of demarcation like 9/11 for many of us who are around for that. Pre-9/11 life, post-9/11 life. Pre-pandemic and post. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Benhart. Line off of Walker, bouncing towards second. There's no chance for Barrett to make a play, and let's hope Addison Walker's okay. He was able to twist enough to avoid taking a direct shot, but the baseball still got him, and that was a sharply hit ball off the bat of Benhart, and now head coach Carlos Gonzalez coming out. He wants to take a peek at his right-hander. Carlos Gonzalez, 3rd season here with the Goldpanners out of Cyprus. Coach Carlos was the assistant coach 2 years ago. Became the Goldpanner head coach last season. And he's pretty happy about the roster he's put together this summer. So here's Bonnecore after the hit from Benhart. High fly ball into right field coming in. As Friedberg looks up and makes the catch. For out number 1 brings up Perry Dyer.
Stepping to the plate, third baseman.
Really fun schedule this year. We're all looking forward to the Midnight Sun Series with the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Top all-time rival for the Goldpanners. And they are members of the Alaska Baseball League. Goldpanners are an independent. This will be the first meeting with the Pilots in a few years. We played the Glacier Pilots in recent years in a scout tournament in Anchorage, but not in meaningful competition. since the Goldpanners were in the Alaska Baseball League a decade ago. Runner takes off for first, throw to second there, and plenty of time. Ortega guns down Benhart. Caught stealing, goes 2-4 with Barrett on the tag. Dyer stands back in with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. He struck out looking in the first inning. Midnight Sun game itself will be on June 20th. And with the Pilots coming to town, man, we had a massive crowd last year. Had to shut the gates with a few hundred people still waiting to get in. And with the Pilots coming to town, this one is hit down the left field line. That's a base hit for Dyer. Dyer rounding first and then puts on the brakes. Two-out single for Dyer brings up Vince Santostefano, who walked before getting picked off in the first inning with the bases loaded. Should be a huge crowd for a Midnight Sun game again this year with the Pilots, but always weather plays a factor in too. And if we get the perfect storm of the Glacier Pilots and a gorgeous day, then it should be a massive audience. If you can't make it, you got to make it if there's any way you can. If you can, we'll have it here on PannerVision. Starts at 10 p.m. First pitch, and we'll play right through midnight without any artificial lights as per tradition. And it's just a pretty spectacular night with festivities before the game, during the game. We stopped the game at the closest half inning to midnight to sing the Alaska flag song. This is just a beautiful moment. Celebrities in attendance every year. Last year, Hall of Famer Dave Winfield joined us. So did United States Senator Lisa Murkowski and many others. But those two came up here and joined me on the broadcast. Very kind of them. And we'll see who makes it here this summer. And then after that, we're off to Grand Forks, British Columbia. Beautiful Grand Forks. Very much looking forward to that trip. Here's the 3-0. Right down the interstate for a strike. Santostefano. The first Midnight Sun game was in 1906 when the Eagles Club took on the California Bar. They called themselves the Drinks and the Smokes. Little flare into shallow center. Thiel with the grab. And that's it for the Kingsman in the third. No runs, couple of hits, one left on. 2.5 in the books, 1-1 ball game. Goldpanners baseball here on PannerVision 2025 summer now underway. Game 2. So glad to be back doing baseball here in Fairbanks, and fans here in town are just thrilled. The Panner ball is back. A short home season this year too. This one is smashed to center field. It's carrying and it's tracked down and caught by Santa Stefano. Vandervelo gave it a ride. Santa Stefano covers a lot of field out in center. He has been impressive defensively in this series already. Here's Sloan Barrett, top of the order for the Goldpanners here in the third. Vandervelo, Barrett, and Armstrong, the designated hitter. Panners wrap up the home season this year way earlier than usual. Monday, July 21st. Usually we're here till the end of the month, but this year the Goldpanners are going to Wichita, Kansas for the NBC World Series. And that gets underway, I believe, the 24th of July. That's, if you don't know about the NBC World Series, that's been going on for nearly a century in Wichita. Used to be, I mean, just the amateur baseball event of the year. Huge event. But, you know, things change. The landscape has changed. It's still a lot of fun. Throw to first is in the dirt. So safe at first. It was Barrett on the E6 error charge to Josh Jackson.
Coming to the plate, designated hitter, Ian Armstrong.
And a one-out base runner for Fairbanks brings up Ian Armstrong, the DH, against Dalton Brisbano, the left-handed starter from College of Charleston. Toss over to first base.
Excuse me, sir, is this the Delta House?
Runner staying put. Armstrong and then Roll Becky due up. The Goldpanners for a long time were the team with the most championships in Wichita with 6. Runner takes off on a pickoff throw. Throw to second. And he's safe. Barrett stolen bag into scoring position in this 1-1 game. Armstrong. Haverlook just didn't hang on to that throw from first baseman Anders. Left-hander checks the runner, comes home. Swing and a miss from Armstrong. Wearing number 38 for the Goldpanners. Strike called on the inside corner. Tough pitch there to do anything with. Down and in. And here's the 1-2. Runner at second. Up and away. The Panners had those 6 championships. It was far and away the most of any summer baseball team, but then the Santa Barbara Foresters went on a tear. Goldpanners stopped going to Wichita for a while. And Santa Barbara then started winning year after year after year. Seattle Studs winning a couple of times. And those two teams were battling it out for the last decade, and then last year the Hayes Larks finally break through and win the NBC championship. They had been trying for seemingly forever and always being the bridesmaid, and they finally, Frank Leo, the head coach, finally has that title. And so this year the Goldpanners returning. It's played at X Stadium, home of the Wichita State Shockers, but the championship is going to the AA ballpark. Bobbled, knocked down, throw to first though in time as Dyer gets Armstrong. 2 down, runner stays at second, Evan Rolbecki.
Coming to the plate, left fielder Evan Rolbecki.
I'm looking forward to Wichita. A lot of friends down there from our years of going to Wichita. Look forward to seeing them. We go from the nice climate here in Fairbanks to the crushing heat and humidity of Wichita, Kansas in late July. Takes some getting used to. Evan Rolbecki, junior from Hawaii. Reached on an error in the first inning. He can bring in a go-ahead run here with a base hit potentially. Chopper right side. Haverluck on a couple of hops will throw to first for the final out. Goldpanners strand a base runner on no hits and an error. We've played 3 complete from Growden. It's a 1-1 ball game. Goldpanners baseball here on PannerVision. Garrow Von Dane live here. Growden Memorial Park on a cool, cloudy night. First pitch of the 4th inning is grounded foul, third base side off the bat of Cole Canty. Canty, Anders, and Salisbury 7, 8, 9 spots in the batting order for Kingsman Baseball Academy. Canty from the Citadel. Looks at a curveball that's in for a strike, 0-2. Kingsmen scored a run in the first inning. Josh Jackson led off the game with a walk, stole second, stole third. And then on a ball 4 pitch that was high, skipped off the glove of Goldpanner catcher Ortega, and Jackson scored easily. Later that inning, Kingsman had the bases loaded with 2 outs. And the runner was picked off at first base for the final out. Goldpanners got the equalizer in the bottom of the first. A leadoff walk to Vince Vanderloo. He scored an RBI single from Luke Thiel. Pop fly, shallow center field, and this will drop in between everybody. Little bloop single, and Thiel puts his, or rather Kenty holds his hands to the sky. And we'll take that leadoff single. Four hits for Kingsmen. The Goldpanners just 1 base hit, that RBI single from Thiel. Panners had just 6 hits last night. Hit some balls hard in both games. And there have been some real good defense in the outfield for Kingsmen. Ball and a strike. Up and away, 2 balls and a strike now from Addison Walker. Today. That one's fouled back. And you like seeing that out of a pitcher. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Davis Anders here in the top of the 4th. Goes up high and swings and misses. Big strikeout for Walker. 4th strikeout of the game.
Coming to the plate, catcher, Mason Salisbury.
For the Goldpanner, a right-hander from Incarnate Word. Mission Viejo native. Brings up Mason Salisbury. Out of Lander. Throw to first, runner back safely. Also looking across that Goldpanner schedule, we know a lot about the Waves. They're coming in next. Then the Glacier Pilots we talked about. And it's the Pro-Am All-Stars. I'm not sure what they're all about. And then Team Philippines comes in. We've been seeing a lot of them as of late. And then the California Halos for the final home series. Liner to short, 1 hopper, knocked down. Only play is the first, and a good job by Thiel to just not panic and get the out at first base. Goes 6-3, take care of Salisbury, go to the top of the order for Josh Jackson. In Grand Forks, I was looking at the schedule for the Grand Forks International. You could look that up. Can't remember the name of the website, but you just search for Grand Forks International Baseball Tournament. You'll find it. It's back to 10 teams this year after 8 a year ago. Panners have had trouble winning that one in recent years. Won it under head coach Mark Kaiser. In 2019, I believe. And have had the teams to win it in recent years, but just have stumbled in the playoff rounds. Last year, Goldpanners looked to be the best team in the tournament, and then had a rough one against the Seattle Studs. Ground ball to short. Back-to-back 6-3 groundouts. And Walker puts up another 0 here in the 4th. Still tied at 1.
Shortstop, Luke Thiel.
Luke Thiel leads off for Fairbanks as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-1 ball game. Kingsman took a 1-0 lead top of the first. Panners answered back with one of their own. And nothing since then, although plenty of base runners. Not as many as last night. Panners had 25 base runners last night and just 6 hits. A lot of free passes, errors, hit batsmen. Couple of errors charged to the Kingsmen today, but they've allowed just 1 run. So much lower scoring game tonight, but still not as efficient as we might see otherwise. Thiel, Ortega, and Friedberg due up. 5, 6, and 7 spots in the batting order. And it's ball 4. 5-pitch walk to Thiel. Leadoff man aboard. Thiel on base for the second time in the game. Good night for Cole Dawson last night. He was at the top of the order. Went 2 for 6. Talked about the start from Owen Dunn. 5 innings, 2 runs for the win. And more arguments here from Joe Hudak, as he's been pretty heated up since this game started. I mean, he came after the umpires last night a little bit, so he started this night pretty fired up, and now he's going more so. And Ruben Cabral standing in between the two of them. And Hudak's gone. But he's going to get his money's worth here. And now he's going back to the home plate umpire. And again. Now one of the Goldpanner players had a word for him, and he answered back. So, head coach Joe Hudak.
As I was saying, now batting Efron Ortega
has been shown the exit. And here's Ethan Ortega. Coach Hudak has his backpack. And headed for the exits to go watch on PannerVision, of course. Liner into the gap in left center field from Ortega. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Coming around third is Thiel. He will score standing up. RBI double for Efren Ortega. And the Panners have their first lead of the game. It's 2-1. A smash from Ortega. Just the second hit of the game for the Goldpanners, the first since the first inning. So the leadoff walk comes back to bite Dalton Brisbano.
It's 2-1, right? Damn it.
Thought about it. Did Friedberg, held up. Hunter Friedberg flew out to center in his first at bat. And really, we talked a bit about the effort from Addison Walker tonight. You know, maybe a little rusty and trying to find his comfort zone and still fighting for outs and getting results. Dalton Brisbano, pretty similar effort. struggled with his control. 3 walks in the game. Has had to deal with some errors behind him, and still had given up just 1 Goldpanner run until that RBI double from Efren Ortega. And ducking out of the way of that inside pitch was Friedberg, and that allows Ortega to go to third, and still nobody out here in the inning. Hunter Friedberg, 2-0. Swings through it, got a little piece of the bat on it, but it's 2-1. Garo Von Dane here at Growden. Hope you're enjoying Goldpanners baseball to start this 2025 season. Don't miss any of the action. It goes fast. Infield drawn in here with nobody out and a runner at third base. 1 run is in. Here's the 2-1. Outside 3-1. The bullpens for both teams have been quiet since the start of this game. Kingsman went through a lot of arms last night, so they would like to minimize their bullpen usage here today. 5 different pitchers yesterday. Bouncer back to the mound. Nice play from Brisbano. Underhand toss to get Friedberg. Keeps the runner at third. 1 down. Alex Garcia.
First baseman Alex Garcia.
One of 3 returning Goldpanners, all residents of this area. Alex Garcia from North Pole. Andrew Trotman, pitcher, who hasn't appeared yet from here in Fairbanks. And Raymond Padilla of the United States Armed Forces. Talked to Ray before the game today in the locker room, and Ray said, I'm a little tired, so I'm stretching. I said, what was your day like? He said, well, I worked a 12-hour day. I'm working for the pipeline now, flying helicopters and checking pipelines. And then he comes here to the field and gets ready to pitch when called upon. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Garcia strikes out on 3 pitches. 2 down. Efren Ortega remains at third base for now. Izzy Diaz. It's like the old days in the 70s.
Coming to the plate, center fielder.
60s and 70s, where players would come up here and find jobs that they would work 9 to 5s all day and then come to the field and play a game. And play, 75 games throughout the summer, all while working, road crew jobs and whatnot. Things are different nowadays. Right-handed hitting Diaz. Ortega got to third with nobody out. And he's still there now with 2 down. A 2-ball, no strike count on Diaz, who grounded out to second in his first at bat. A lot of room up the middle. If Diaz can get it through. Fouls this one back, 2-1. Way outside. That one gets away, and it goes to the backstop. And scoring from third is Ortega. Oh, man, so Brisbano had done such a good job keeping Ortega at third, and then throws a wild pitch. To allow Ortega to score, and it's 3-1 Goldpanners. A 2-run inning. And now Diaz with a 3-1 count. The base is empty. Foul tip into the glove. Catcher Salisbury. Just 2 Goldpanner hits, but 4 runs, or 3 runs. Looking at the 4 hits for the Kingsmen. That one's fouled back. So the line is Kingsmen a run on 4 hits and 2 errors. Panners 3 runs on just 2 hits and no errors. As Hell's bell begins to toll. Tolls for all of us, doesn't it? Payoff pitch, up high, ball 4. Diaz draws the 2-out walk. Turn over the lineup.
Back to the top of the lineup. Vince Van Verlo.
Vince Van Verlo. Walked and scored in the first, flew out to center in the third, flies one deep to right here. It's tracked down by Bonacore. That's it for the Goldpanners here in the fourth. Let's score 2 runs on 1 base hit and leave a man on. We played 4 completed Growden. It's 3-1 Goldpanners. We start the 5th inning here at Growden Memorial Park, Fairbanks, Alaska, and a new pitcher into the game for the Goldpanners. So Addison Walker departs after 4 innings, giving up 1 run. And Hunter Beck into the game, and this one is sliced into right. Coming in quickly, getting a good jump on it, was Friedberg to make the catch and take care of Haverluck.
Coming to the plate, Alan Benhart.
Brings up Alan Benhart, the DH, who's been on base both times tonight. A walk and an infield hit, then was caught stealing One down for Benhart. Hunter Beck, the new right-hander wearing number 39. That one's chopped left, third base side. That's a fair ball. Scooped the throw, no chance though. Great effort from Van Verlo. Benhart is safe with an infield hit just down the line.
Now batting.
And here's Ethan Bonacore. Hunter Beck, number 39, a freshman from Allen Hancock. 6-foot right-hander out of Las Vegas, Nevada. With the low arm delivery. As the Kingsmen now get a much different look. Runner takes off from first on a foul ball. Four walks and 4 strikeouts through those 4 innings for Addison Walker. And he allowed 4 base hits. Breaking ball is fouled off softly first base line. A right-hander getting loose in the bullpen for Kingsman. Ball at 2 strikes. On Ethan Bonacore, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game. That went well outside, 2-2. Runner takes off, throw is off the mark. So we're getting there safely and easily as Benhart with a stolen bag. He was caught stealing in the 3rd inning. He's been on base all 3 times. Has Alan Benhart. Yesterday went 2 for 5. Here's a high chop over the mound, charging it as Barrett throws to first, but not in time. Back-to-back infield hits. And now Kingsmen have 2 aboard with 1 out. And they have runners at the corners, no less. Goldpanners leading 3-1. But that lead is now in jeopardy. The first pitch is down low to Dyer. Perry Dyer 1 for 2. Strikeout and a single. Quick throw to first, runner back safely. A lot of kids in the building again tonight, as always here at Growden. Some paying attention to the game, others playing their own games all around behind the stands. A lot of places you can't really see. But there is a lot of activity around the ballpark every ball game. Grounded towards short. Throw to second for 1. On to first. 6-4-3 double play. No runs. Couple of hits. 1 left on. Still 3-1 Panners after 4.5.
it's cool. Know you heard it all before, that's why.
Garrel Von Dane back here at Growden in Fairbanks, Alaska. It's a 3-1 Goldpanner lead through half a ball game. Panners come to bat here in the bottom of the fifth. It's Sloan Barrett, Ian Armstrong, and Evan Rolbecki do up 2, 3, and 4 spots. The Fairbanks batting order. That one foul down the third base side, nothing in 2. Checking on the YouTube chat, one piece of information. I'm being told that Kingsman pitcher Brisbano, who's on the hill here, yes, is Aiden's brother, says he's not going to College of Charleston, as the roster states. The roster that the Kingsmen provided us says College of Charleston, but in actuality, he's committed to Coastal Carolina as an incoming freshman. So thanks for that clarification. As he works into the 5th inning here, and he's in a 3-1 deficit. And he gets the strike 3 call on Barrett. Barrett goes down looking, brings up Ian Armstrong.
Coming to the plate, Ian Armstrong.
I'm also being told here by someone that it's Bizbono, not Brisbano. It is spelled with a BR on all the rosters. Am I wrong about that? Or is it a silent R? So many questions. Questions I had for the Kingsmen before today's game, but they weren't here, and I had to get up to the press box. They arrived very late. Somehow getting out of the way of that pitch inside was Armstrong. Thought it hit him on the back of the jersey, but apparently did not. 2-0. In the meantime, Jeff Olson saying hi, as is Judy Hawley from SoCal. Aaron Beck checking in also. Armstrong draws the base on balls. 5th walk for, well, I don't even know what to call him now. Bizbano? Yeah, that's what the other correction is too. Bizbano. Both, I'm telling you, the roster here has, I'm going to go with what you're saying. So trust you guys who follow Kingsmen. That one is hit down the right field line. It's a base hit. Rolbecki drives one into the corner. Armstrong around third. He will score without a throw. All the way from first base. On the RBI double from Evan Rolbecki. And Luke Thiel will come up now with a 4-1 lead. Panners chipping in runs. Right-hander throwing in the pen for Kingsmen. David Noah saying hi from Wichita. See, that's why we need the YouTube chat. For all this important information. Hit by pitch, Luke Thiel. He's been on base all 3 times. Walk, hit batsman, and an RBI single.
Now batting, Efron.
Here's Efron Ortega. Take an RBI double his last time up against Bizbano. Fouls this one back to the netting. Bottom of the 5th inning, Goldpanners tack on a run, looking for more. You have 2 aboard with 1 out. Runner's caught up between second and third, and he will be tagged out. Rolbecki picked off for the second out, and now just one runner on with 2 outs. Ortega will try to bring him in. Way inside. Some fresh baseballs for Dalton Bisbano. Two balls and 1 strike. Ortega, a right-handed hitter against the lefty Bisbano. And it's up high for ball. I just posted the Kingsman roster on my Twitter page, @VoiceOfGman. The 3-1. Line to right. Diving catch by Bonacore. My goodness, the outfield for the Kingsmen. Flashing the leather so far this series. The Goldpanners will settle for 1. 4-1 through 5.
Leading up.
Second inning of work for Hunter Beck, Goldpanner right-hander, in relief of Addison Walker. Facing Vince Sanastefano, chops one towards short. Thiel throws him out 6-3. One down in the top of the 6th inning.
Coming to the plate.
Goldpanners leading 4-1 as we start the 6th. Kingsman took a 1-0 lead top of the 1st. Goldpanners tied it up and now have scratched a few runs across in the last couple of innings. Now lead at 4-1. Cole Canty 1 for 2 with a single. Takes outside. Right-hander working from the far first base side of the rubber. Gets a check swing through for strike 2. Canty and then Davis Anders. For the Kingsmen. We're trying to even up the series here tonight at 1 apiece. Off the end of the bat, just protecting, and drops one into shallow center field. Canty. The 7th hit of the game for Kingsmen.
Davis Anders.
Kingsmen out-hit the Goldpanners last night in the series opener, 11-6, but lost 9-8. So they've hit the ball just fine. They've got 7 hits here tonight, and we're just in the top of the 6th inning. But again, they just have 1 run. Let's see what they can do here against Hunter Beck. Fouled out of play.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane.
The foul ball brought to you by PannerVision Health Partners.
Weather's been pretty consistent here tonight, which we're all thankful for. Way inside. 2 balls and a strike to Anders, who's 0 for 2 in the game thus far. Davis Anders from Mars Hill, Franklin, North Carolina native. Anders chops one towards third. Tough play here. Van Verlo throws to first on the money. Nice play from the Goldpanner third baseman. 2 down, runner goes to second on the play, brings up the 9th spot. Mason Salisbury, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
At the plate, Mason Salisbury.
Cloudy, calm night. Temperatures in the low 50s. But no rain and not much wind, thankfully. Off the fists, first base side, just foul. Should Salisbury reach, we'll go to the top of the order for Josh Jackson. Another high chop, a bunch of those here in this inning. Fielded in front of second base. Thiel. Nice defense by the Goldpanners. Good work for Hunter Beck. 3 groundouts and a single, no runs. Headed to the bottom of the 6th, still 4-1 Goldpanners.
Leading off the bottom of the sixth, Hunter Freeberg.
Head to the bottom of the sixth here, Growden Memorial Park. Garrow Von Dane live here in Fairbanks. Now time is called before the first pitch. Not sure what this is about. The infielders gather for Kingsman. Earlier in the game, head coach Joe Hudak was ejected. I think he was arguing balls and strikes, but it was probably more than that. He was getting more fed up with things he didn't like throughout the game. And it looks like Josh Jackson is coming off the field. So Jackson strange situation. He will be replaced by Brady Yarbrough. Jackson was out there, ready to play. Bisbano was ready to throw the first pitch, and then coaches stopped play, gathered the infield. He went straight to Jackson, though, and removed him from the game. So Josh Jackson comes out, and Brady Yarbrough comes in. He will be at the top of the order. He's taking some warm-up throws. Not sure what that's about. And now we're set to go. Dalton Bisbano working into the sixth. He's done pretty well. Facing Hunter Friedberg, then Alex Garcia and Izzy Diaz, bottom three in the Goldpanner batting order. Panners leading 4-1. 4 runs on 3 base hits. Panners just 9 hits in these first 2 games. Friedberg 0 for 2. Bottom 3 in the order are 0 for 5 with a walk. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1. There's a right-hander, different right-hander now throwing in the bullpen for Kingsmen. 2-1 delivery. Strike called.
16 in the bullpen.
Bam Bam, our spotter up here, tells me it's Trip Boilabon getting loose. The 6'2 right-hander from Mars Hill. That pitch hits Friedberg between the shoulders. Leadoff runner aboard on a hit batsman. 3 times the Goldpanners have gotten the leadoff man on. Twice on a walk and 1 on a hit batsman. And let's see if we got a pitching change. We do. Pitching change coming up at Growden when we return. It's 4-1 Goldpanners.
Now batting Alex Garcia.
Trip Boilabon enters the game, the right-hander. The runner at first base, nobody out. Runner takes off on the first pitch, throw to second. Off the mark. Stolen base for Hunter Friedberg. Gets into scoring position for Alex Garcia. Trip Boilabon, the 6'2" right-hander from Mars Hill. First appearance of the series. Upstairs, ball 2. Garcia 0 for 2 in the game. Went 2 for 6 yesterday. Fouled back and out of play. So that's all for Dalton Bisbano.
Now foul ball brought to you by Pitt Family Dentistry.
He goes 5+. Three and 1. After Garcia's Diaz. And then the top of the order. I asked the broadcaster for Kingsman if he had any idea what was up with the defensive substitution. He said no idea. He said, but it looked like Jackson did not want to come out of the game. But he was pulled and was replaced by Brady Yarbrough. Yarbrough will lead off the 7th. Fouled out of play.
Oh, goody! My aluminum Q36 exposes space modulator.
Now foul ball brought to you by Fairbanks Hearing and Balance.
Takes ball 4.
Coming to the plate, Izzy Diaz.
Izzy Diaz now with an opportunity. Bring in some more Goldpanner runs. 4-1 lead. Despite just 3 Goldpanner hits. 2 free passes to open up this inning. And now Diaz looks for a big base hit. Izzy 0 for 1 with a walk in the game. Diaz yesterday 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. Ended up with 3 RBIs in the game. He could pick up 1 or 2 right here. Or perhaps 3. We haven't seen a home run yet this season for anybody at this field. Goldpanners, I told you last night that not too many home runs here. Goldpanners as a team last year had 18 home runs altogether. The 2-0. Off the fist towards third, and it rolls foul. Pitch is up high. Both runners take off, and they're both safe. Double steal. Throw it to second, but Garcia slides in safely. You're now second and third with nobody out. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Izzy Diaz with the top of the order due up. Infield. Playing shallow. And the 2-1 pitch from Boilabon, and it's popped up. Playable. Foul territory. Catcher Salisbury makes the grab. And a huge first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Diaz retired.
Top lineup, Vince Van Verlo.
Brings up Vince Van Verlo. Went 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored so far in this game. He could bring in a couple right here. Swings and misses. Nods his head after the whiff. Van Verlo and then Barrett due up. Infield still drawn in. Up the middle and through. Base hit for Van Verlo. 1 run comes in. 2 runs will score as Friedberg and Garcia both cross. And a 2-run single for Vince Van Verlo. And the Panners lead it 6-1.
At the plate, Slow Barrett.
Panners making the most of their 4 base hits tonight. Capitalizing here on opportunities when Kingsman opened the door, as they did here with 2 free passes to start the inning. And now Sloan Barrett, 0 for 2 with a walk, fouls that one back. Panners now leading by 5. Ian Armstrong on deck. We'll wrap this series tomorrow as that throw is in the dirt and it actually hits Van Verlo and carries into foul territory. So Vince heads over to second base on the E1.
Milk was a bad choice.
Charged to trip Boilabon. New right-hander for the Kingsmen. He gets into scoring position. Still 1 out in the inning. Tripp checks the runner at second for a long time. Now comes home. Fouled out of play, left field side. Into the Goldpanner bullpen. Bottom of the 6th inning. Panners with runs in each of the last 3 innings. Well, one good thing about these cooler than average temperatures and rain, keep the forest fires at bay. That one behind the batter. And so over to third, jogs Van Verlo. All right. Oh, it hit him. So he has to go back to second. Actually caught a piece of the jersey. So Barrett to first base, and Van Verlo goes back to second.
At the plate, Ian Armstrong.
2-hit batsman, a walk and a single in the inning. There's one out. And the signal from the Kingsman bullpen is that a left-hander is ready if needed. Boilabon's going to go take a walk. Try to gather himself. Climbs to top of the hill here with a 1-0 count. And that's down low for a ball, 2-0. Two on, one out. Up high, 3-0 on Armstrong. Becky is on deck in the cleanup spot. RBI double his last time up. Armstrong looking for his first hit of the night. Takes a strike, it's 3-1. Came way inside, but Armstrong swung at it, fouled it off. 3-2. Payoff pitch coming to Armstrong. And that pitch hits the butt end of the bat. And so it's a foul ball. The runners will return to first and second. Armstrong will get another look at a 3-2 pitch. Trip Boilabon in a jam, 3-2. Ball 4. And it's just a little high. And a tough appearance here right now for Trip Boilabon.
At the plate, Evan Rolbecki.
And now time is called, and see if we get a pitching change. Signal has been made. Pitching change coming up at Growden when we come back. Gold on every base, and the Panners leading by 5. The new pitcher into the game is Will O'Shields. Will O'Shields, number 19, the left-hander from Gardner-Webb. The Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. Bases loaded for the Goldpanners and 1 out. A 6-1 lead. And it's grounded to short. Throw to second for 1. On to first. And what a job by O'Shields. Turns 2 with a 6-4-3 double play on Rolbecki. And just like that, a long 6th inning comes to a close. We're headed to the 7th, 6-1 Goldpanners. We enter the final third of tonight's ball game. And Hunter Beck back out on the hill, the right-hander for Fairbanks, pitching with a 6-1 lead. Goldpanners pick up a couple more runs in the 6th. The nice work from Will O'Shields to come in and induce Rolbecki into a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play with the bases loaded to keep the Kingsmen in the game for now. Now the Kingsmen try to go to work offensively. 1-1 count on Brady Yarbrough. Chops one over the mound. Long run for the second baseman, Barrett, who turns and throws a great throw across the body in time to Garcia to get the out at first. 6-3 putout. Barrett showing off the arm. 1 down for Evan Haverlock. Hey, we're getting closer to the stretch. You know what that means. Happy Boy's gearing up for his second appearance of the summer. If you missed the stretch last night, stick around for tonight. It's uniquely Fairbanks style. Haverlock 0 for 3 in the game out of the 2 spot. One more between these two tomorrow. Have to gear up a little earlier tomorrow, 2 p.m. first pitch. Goldpanners and Kingsman, then a couple days off before San Diego Waves series. Slow chop towards short. Thiel throws him out. A couple of 6-3 put out. A couple of ground outs here to start the 7th inning. One out away from the 7th inning stretch here at Growden. 6-1 Goldpanners, 6 runs on 4 hits. A run on 7 hits for Kingsman. A couple of errors for the visitors from South Carolina. Joe Hudak was ejected from the game earlier. They're arguing with all the umpires. Benhart, a couple of hits and a walk. He has been on base all 3 times tonight. Hunter Beck, 3rd inning of work for Fairbanks. He's not surrendered a run. The 2-0, way outside, 3-0. Freshman from Allen Hancock out of Las Vegas. .3-0 is there for strikes, 3-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Here in the top of the 7th inning. And it's ball 4. It's Saturday night here in Fairbanks. Doesn't really feel like it right now. The weather kind of dampening things. Had a huge crowd last night, but the weather chased them away in about the 6th inning for the most part. Strike called. 0-1 on Bonacore. He's had a good series in the field, out and right. The 0-1. Another chop. So many chops induced by Hunter Beck. And 3 ground out inning with a walk sprinkled in. It's stretch time. 6-1 Goldpanners. Time to get happy.
Get out of your seat. Pull out your kazoo. It's time for the 7th inning stretch.
I was walking on the street on a sunny day. Hubba, 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 hubba. A feeling in my bones says I have my way. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Yeah, my little dog Spot got hit by a car. Hubba, 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 hubba. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. I forgot all about it for a month and a half. Hubba, 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 hubba. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Hubba, 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 hubba. 'Cause I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
The 7th inning stretch brought to you by Livia Chevrolet of Fairbanks.
First pitch of the bottom of the 7th, grounded towards short. And Thiel is out number 1 on a 6-3 ground out. Happy boy. This thing with
Stepping to the plate.
accompaniment
Ortega.
from Angus Von Dane.
Happy boy. Happy boy.
There's happy boys out there. Happy boy and happy little boy. Is Efren Ortega. Goldpanners leading 6-1. Ortega taking all the way. It's ball 1. Goldpanners the 6-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Once again tonight, not too many 1, 2, 3 innings. Only the Goldpanners have gone down in order tonight. That was back in the second. Some long innings, but just one Kingsman run. That was way back in the first inning. They've had 13 base runners and just one run. 7 hits, 13 base runners. Line to third and snagged out of the air by Dyer. Ortega robbed of a base hit.
Coming to the plate.
2 down for Hunter Freeberg. There we go. Now we get some Freeberg for Friedberg. Two down and the base is empty. I've been waiting for that, Raleigh. I've been waiting for it. Spins one off toward the Goldpanner dugout to our left. No ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs. Nobody on for Fairbanks, but enjoying a 5-run lead. Just 6 outs left for Kingsman. Swings and misses at that changeup, 1-2. Panners 1-0 on the season after the win last night, 9-8. Trying to go 2-0 and clinch the series with one more game to go tomorrow. Swings and misses for strike 3. What a job for O'Shields. He has faced 4 batters and retired them all. Headed to the 8th. Panners by 5.
Leading off the top of the 8th, Perry Dyer.
Garrow Von Dane live here at Growden Memorial Park as we start the 8th inning, and the Goldpanners leading 6-1. Hunter Beck, good work out of the pen for Fairbanks. You're now facing the 5, 6, and 7 spots in the order. Perry Dyer, Vince Stefano, and Cole Canty. Combined 3 for 8. Hits haven't been the problem for Kingsmen. They have 18 in the 2-game series. It's ball 4. Leadoff walk. A lot of walks in these first 2 games.
Vince Stefano.
Panner pitchers have walked 7 in the game. Kingsmen have also walked 7. And there's been some hit batsmen. 14 combined walks, 2 hit batsmen, 3 hit batsmen. Couple of errors. Haven't seen one of those tight, clean games yet, but it's early. Here's the 1-1. Towards third, right down the line. Stabbed by Van Verlo. Throws across the diamond. 5-3 putout. Over to second base goes Dyer with 1 down for Cole Canty. Well, Kingsmen lost a tough one last night, 9-8. In danger of dropping the first 2 of this series in really unusual fashion by out-hitting the Goldpanners so far in both games. With just 1 run tonight. Despite all the base runners. Can't get that big hit. Canty's got 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 3. And another chopper, you guessed it. Thrown out by Van Verlo, 5-3. Over to third goes Dyer. I don't recall seeing one pitcher induce so many choppers. Everyone on top of the ball. And now Davis Anders, 0 for 3. Fouls it back. A lot of groundouts, too, from Beck. This is his 4th inning of work. 9 groundouts through 3 2/3. Two and 1. Kingsman trying to get a run across, inch a little closer as we get late in this ball game. Kingsman running out of time. Here's the 2-1. Just misses 3 and 1. A leadoff walk to Dyer. He's now over at third after a couple of groundouts. Popped out of play.
Captain's log, stardate 3541.9.
That foul ball brought to you by the Goldpanners.
And a payoff pitch coming from Beck to Anders. 2 down, runner at third. Off the hands, and it's fouled off. Left side. And missed by coach in the third base box. Gets a little grief from the fans on the third base side. And another payoff pitch. From the right-hander, Beck. Too low. Second walk of the inning. So the Kingsmen need base runners. They've got a couple here.
Coming to the plate, Mason Salisbury.
And here's Mason Salisbury. Had his catcher's gear on, so it took him a moment to take it back off again. And he takes a pitch outside. Kingsman at the corners and the 1-0. Hit to the right side. A nice stop at second base. Barrett with a great play and throws on to first. I thought that one was hit past him, but he got to it. Threw out Salisbury. Headed to the bottom of the 8th. 6-1 Goldpanners.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th, Alex Garcia.
Bottom of the 8th, Goldpanners enjoying a 6-1 lead over the visiting Kingsman Baseball Academy in South Carolina. And Alex Garcia leads off the bottom of the 8th. Garcia, Izzy Diaz, and then Vince Vinverlo. Painters try to finish off this one, take the first 2 of this series before tomorrow's finale. And the players get a couple of days off to explore the area a little bit. Here's the 1-1. I'm sure Goldpanner pitcher Andrew Trotman is going to take some of the guys fishing. I'm just speculating because that's... he did a lot of that last year. A lot of fishing trips. Great fishing up here, of course. And the team last year really took full advantage of being in Alaska for the summer, thanks to Trotman. I mean, he's a great pitcher for this Panner team, but an ambassador and someone who's hoping these guys build a lot of memories off the field. Here's the 2-2. Garcia pops this one up. Back, foul territory, and Great catch. Right against the wall by Salisbury. Garcia's out number 1.
Next at bat.
Brings up Izzy Diaz. After Diaz is Van Verlo. Looking ahead to the 9th inning for the Kingsmen. It's the top of the order. Brady Yarbrough, Evan Haverluck, and Alan Benhart due up. Fouled off left side. Diaz 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Popped up, right field, calling for it is Bonacore. Just a couple of steps to his right. 2 down for the Goldpanners, and
Back to the top of the lineup. Vince Van
we'd be remiss if we don't point out the excellent job that Willow Shields has done in relief for Kingsmen. Now there's a visit to the mound. Shields came into the game with the bases loaded in the 6th inning and 1 out. And he gets a 6-4-3 double play on the first pitch to end the inning. And he has retired 6 straight batters, and now he's coming out. So that's all for Willow Shields' pitching change coming up here at Growden. Jaden Rodriguez enters the game for the Kingsmen. Rodriguez, a 5'11" right-hander from Limestone out of the Bronx. Facing Vince Manverlo. Top of the order for the Goldpanners, 2 out, spaces empty. Panners leading 6-1. Smashes this one to left, but right there to make the catch is Canty, and the Panners go in order for the 2nd consecutive inning. Rodriguez comes in, faces 1 batter, and that's it. We'll go to the 9th inning. Last chance for Kingsmen when we come back at 6-1 Fairbanks.
Jack Clark. Leading up the top of
End of the ninth inning.
Yarborough.
Last opportunity for Kingsmen to try and avoid this 2-0 series deficit. Trailing 6-1, and the new pitcher into the game is the left-hander, number 18, Jack Clark. Jack Clark, the freshman from Cal State San Marcos, 6-foot southpaw from San Diego. Clark starts with ball one on Brady Yarborough at the top of the order. Swing and a miss. Jack Clark, here by way of former Panner head coach Mark Lindsay, who's the pitching coach down at San Marcos. Clark misses low for a ball. His Goldpanner debut here on a cool, cloudy night in Fairbanks, Alaska. Pretty dark. Here's the 1-1. And it's chop foul. Everyone watching saying it's not dark at all. It's 10 o'clock at night and looks pretty light.
It's dark for us. Okay.
Yeah, dark for Fairbanks summer night. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Gets Yarborough swinging, one down in the ninth.
Coming to the plate,
Brings up
Haverlock.
Haverluck. 4 innings each for Aiden Walker and Hunter Beck for the Goldpanners. Beck does not give up a run in 4 innings of work. Strike is called 0-1. A reminder that I post all the game links shortly before the start of the game, as soon as we have them ready, on my Twitter page at VoiceOfGman. And follow the other Goldpanner social media spots on Instagram, Facebook, and of course subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on the YouTube page. Don't miss any of the action this summer. Just getting started. 0-2 on Haverluck. Fouled out of play. Walker, 4 innings, a run. Beck, 4 innings, no runs. Now Clark. Not a safe situation. But getting his feet wet here at Growden. 2-hopper to first. Garcia to Clark. He does not get to the bag in time, so the runner is safe.
Coming to the plate, Alan Benhart.
So Haverluck's safe. And brings up Benhart with 1 down. Two for 2 in the game, been on base all 4 times. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. First plate appearance against Jack Clark. Way outside for ball 1-1. Kingsman led this game 1-0 in the first, but nothing since. Goldpanners runs in 4 different innings. And that is called a ball. The restless crowd doesn't like that. Two-1 from Clark. Benhart takes ball 3. Can't get this guy out. Well, he was 2 for 5 yesterday, but on base 3 times. Misses ball 4. So, Kingsman with a pulse here,
Ethan Bonacore.
trailing by 5, and now 2 on with just 1 out. And Ethan Bonacore stands in. He's had a 2 for 4 night from the cleanup spot. Bonacore, right-handed hitter against the lefty Clark, spins out of the way of a pitch inside. Clark exhales. Checks the runner twice, comes home. Gets the strike on the inside corner.
Angus.
1-1 with 2 on. Misses again inside. So 2 balls and a strike. And if Bonacore is able to get on, things start to get a little too interesting. Hit to the right side. Good stop at second. The throw to first, and just able to keep his foot on the bag was Garcia. Whew. And that is out number 2.
Stepping to the plate, Perry Dyer.
Close play. And the last hope for Kingsmen is Perry Dyer. 2nd and 3rd, 2 down against Jack Clark. Starts with a strike. Dropped the baseball on the throwback, but keeps it nearby. Everyone stays put. Perry Dyer, 1 for 3 tonight. Panners 1 out away from taking the first 2 games of the series. Swing and a miss. Now just 1 strike away. Haverluck at 3rd, Benhart at 2nd. 2 outs. Perry Dyer in the hole here, 0-2. Jack Clark. Righties with a 2-strike pitch. Almost hit him. Way inside, 1-2. It's Cole Dawson at second base now. Popped foul out of play. Foul tip just stays alive. Does Perry Dyer. The 1-2 pitch from Clark. Got him swinging. Panners take game 2 and clinch the series by winning the first 2 games of this opening series. Goldpanners win it 6-1. How are they doing it? Just 4 hits tonight and 6 runs. Panners will celebrate victory at midfield. The Kingsmen will continue to search for answers. Panners take the first 2. And we've got 1 more tomorrow between these 2. And it all gets started at 2 p.m. Don't miss a second of the action on PannerVision all summer long. High fives all around for the Alaska Goldpanners, who start the year 2-0. For Chris Carlson, Bam Bam Burnley, and Raleigh Johnson, I'm Garrow Von Dane saying, have a great Saturday night, everyone. We'll see you for a Sunday matinee. Final game between the Goldpanners and Kingsman. See you tomorrow, everybody. Until then, tune in, turn on, pan out. Good night, everyone.